I never thought I could have COVID at all, because I felt like I was this one person that was extra careful. When I'm going to the market, I would literally wear a long sleeve. I'm wearing gloves, I'm using a hoodie, and I'm using face mask. And people always see me as weird, and I do not let people touch me because I snap. On the 19th, or prior to the 19th, I was having this weird feeling. Normally, I'm asthmatic. So I was thinking, like, oh, could this be my allergies and all? But it wasn't going away. I remember going out. I was not myself. My mood was down. I was taking a lot of allergy drugs that I normally take. I started drinking warm water because suddenly cold water started irritating me. On the 19th of July was a Friday. Suddenly I was called that I should come and get tested for COVID. And I did not hesitate, because I didn't hesitate at all. I was trying to even encourage some of my friends to, go get tested and all. But everybody was running away, and I was like, they said, what you don't know won't kill you. But I would actually prefer to know, due to my underlying health condition. I got tested, and when I got there, I told them that I was having so symptoms. I told them I was having a bad sore throat. So I was the first person they attended to. God, see, if you think you don't want to wear nose mask, trust me, the procedure is one thing you don't want to go through over and over again. A long swab, it looks like a cotton bud, sorry. A long swab was brought in, a sterile one, and was inserted into my nostrils. I flinched, and she was like, I should hold on, I should just stay. She left it there for a bit. I was feeling uneasy, so the bud was entering my head. That was how I felt, to be honest. And she just kept twisting it like you're screwing something. When she brought it out, I let out a loud sneeze, and I was given a cup to produce sputum. Sputum is, probably phlegm or saliva, for those that don't know. And I did. I was still feeling funny. I was eager to know my result anyway, because after that, my condition became bad. It became worse. I couldn't taste anything. I noticed I couldn't smell. So on a Friday, I was at work, and suddenly I got a call from the COVID center, and I was asked my name and everything, and I was told that, oh, I tested positive. Immediately, to be honest, I won't hide my emotion. Tears came running out of my eyes, because that same day, it was a very, very bright and sunny day. I was wearing a sweatshirt because I was feeling so cold. So tears came running out of my eyes, and my colleague beside me was like, are you okay? I just told her, they just told me I have COVID. She was like, don't worry, you'll be fine. I was so terrified, because I was like, I'm all alone. My parents, my family members are not even around me. They are miles away from me. And I'm like, I felt it. I felt bad. Typically, I wanted to go home first, but I knew if I go home, I would not be able to go back. For some reasons, they wanted to drop me, but I told them not to, because I was already scared that I might have infected everyone. Then I took a bike I protected myself. Do you know the funny thing? The bike man that was supposed to carry me, I told the bike man that as we're going, I told the bike man, okay, I'm going to the COVID center. And I was like, okay. Normally I was expecting him to be like, okay, but it wasn't like that. And it wasn't even protecting himself. Then I told him, I was like, sir, there's pandemic everywhere, COVID is everywhere. Why are you not using your nose mask as instructed? And he said to me, he was like, nah lie, Joe. There's nothing like COVID. Like government are just tricking everybody. And in my mind, I wanted to say, if only you knew. If only you was aware that I just got tested for COVID, I'm sure that it would not even be, joking around, and he might end up not wanting to take me to the isolation center. But I didn't see anything. Going to the COVID center on the 25th of July, and I didn't want to stay because I felt like, okay, I stay alone. I could actually self-isolate while I'm giving medications to treat myself. That was what I wanted. Eventually, my dad refused to give them permission to let me go. I just had to stay because his own concern was, oh, what if I had crisis in the middle of the night, asthma crisis or something, that will be there to, help me and stuff. I saw his point, but I was just looking at how comfortable I would be. So I stayed. My day 1 to 3 was just from Friday to Sunday, was just, there. On the third day, on the second day, my second day there, a patient was brought in and was placed on my own bed, and I was asked to move from the, emergency zone to like a more comfortable ward. And the next day, we lost the patient, so everywhere was just, gloomy, and the atmosphere and everything. So I did not even want to stay. Then, day 4 was on a Monday. The ward I was transferred to were people that already tested positive. They already tested negative. So they were waiting to be discharged to go home. So on that Monday, they discharged everybody in my ward. And note, the ward I was in was a very, very good ward. It was so beautiful, had air conditioner. It was really, really nice. They discharged everyone to go home, and I was the only one. But earlier that day, I was having migraines, but I'm going to come back to that story. Well, it was quite, from day 4 to like the end of the week. Day 4 was like a Monday to like the end of the week. I was just still practically in that sick zone. Let me use that word, that sick zone. And I was starting to get comfortable with the place, and okay, this place is not that bad and everything. Day 6, a new patient was brought into my ward. A lady like me, we were of same age, she's a barrister. And we clicked instantly and we got talking, and our brother was like discharged, like amongst the people that were discharged on Monday in my ward. So we just clicked instantly, started talking, and it was fun. She made the place quite interesting for me, and the doctor in charge was like intentionally put her in my ward because we're only 2, and that ward was like a ward of 5. So we're only 2 there, and from the moment she arrived, I felt better because there's someone I could relate with, there was someone that could keep her eyes on me, and there's someone I could check up on too. With time, people in other wards too, we all started talking, everybody, there was this rapport, and most of the people in that ward, in that unit, that building, were health workers. So it was easy to relate with one another and talk. So I would say I had quite an interesting stay at the isolation center, and the one that really made me appreciate life more was my day 4, the day everyone was discharged in my ward. I woke up that morning, I was having migraines. I wear glasses, medicated glasses, So the screw removed, so I could not even use it because I was looking for what to do. I was having serious migraines, like serious ones. If you have migraines, you know what I'm talking about. And I was feeling sad and I was sobbing to an extent that I couldn't believe that I could cry in public. In front of people I don't even know. I was crying and I was like, I want to go home. They must release me now. Like, I want to go home. Doctor was like, you have to stay for your own good, this and that. Okay, we will go home very soon, but just stay, receive the treatment. I just went to my bed. I was really crying. As they were leaving, they were like, oh, sorry, bye-bye, this and that. I was so big. I could not be comforted. These people left. The migraine now worsened. Breakfast was there. I didn't touch it. They brought in lunch. I remember feeling cold and I placed the duvet over my head. Then this woman came. She tapped me. I was like, lunch is here. Are you not going to eat? I was like, I'm not feeling too fine. I was burning up. I was really burning up. I couldn't talk to anyone or anything. Then suddenly, I think the doctor, around 4, the doctor on call was just, checking. He came with his full PPE and was trying to check on all the patients that were left and everything. Then suddenly he came to me and was like, breakfast is there, lunch is there, I'm not eating. And he touched me, only for him to imagine wearing a full PPE and you could feel someone's temperature. And he was like, wait, I'm feeling hot and everything. I was like, I'm having migraines, I was feeling feverish and everything. Before I knew it, my vision became turbid. Let me explain that word turbid to you, because if I want to explain using medical terms, you might not understand. A window, if you have a window and there's steam, a steam comes up, blows up to the window, you won't be able to see what is going on at the other side. That was exactly how my vision was. I now became scared because though anytime I have migraines, things like that happen to me, but it doesn't last for too long. 1 hour, I was still on it. It was about like 2-3 hours, I guess. I could not see, but I know that okay, people were moving. My vision became turbid, and before I knew it, I started having chest pain. I started having palpitations. I knew I was already starting to have asthma attack. I could not breathe well all of a sudden. Then the next thing, I just started gasping for air. I was scared to the point that all I could just say in my mind was, God, please help me. Like, I can't just go like this. Like, what have I achieved in my life? Like, I was gasping for air. Like, you needed to see other patients there also. They were all around me because I could feel them and they were talking to me. As I was saying that, tears were rolling from my eyes, despite the fact that I could not see people. And I was just asking the doctor that, I hope I'm not going blind. Like, something that's happened to me before. But at that point in time, I now became so unsure because, COVID was involved. And I was like, I hope I'm not going blind. It was like, no, don't worry that you'll be fine, this and that. I was given some of my asthma medication, Hydrocot. I started getting a little bit better. Then, what I was avoiding, the oxygen was brought in, was fixed. So I was placed on oxygen. A damp paper towel was placed on my forehead, and I found myself relaxing. And after like 3 hours or so, I guess it was more than that because I think they came around me around past 4 and they didn't leave till like 7 or so. I just started calming down, and before I knew it, my vision became blurry. Note, blurry is better than being turbid. My vision became blurry. Okay, fine, at least I could see people moving, but it wasn't clear. Then I started relaxing that, okay, fine, I'm not dying now. But at the same time, the way I was breathing was terrifying. My SpO2 was, an oximeter was placed in my finger, and my SpO2 was low, like low. And I kept looking at the SpO2 and I'm like, okay, that probably I should just calm down, I'll be fine. I was on that bed. I have pictures from it. I think like one of the patients took a picture of me. And I just took a short nap. And by the time I opened my eyes, I could see. That lasted for like 3 or 4 hours, I guess. I could see. Like, that was like one of my most terrifying experience in that isolation center and in this year at large. At that moment, I felt like I was going to go, because prior to that time, I saw videos on how people were, gasping for breath, coughing, wheezing, and it's a normal thing if you're asthmatic too, but this one, fear was mixed with everything, to be honest, because I was scared. So that was like the most memorable day, the most memorable experience for me in the isolation center, and a day I'll never forget, a day I will always be thankful to God for. Well, I had other fun moments, Sha. I think the next day, there's this, in the one I was, there's this, tall glass that doctors can be seen from a safe zone. I'm looking at us, and someone brought me food and smoothie, and the way I was eating it, I could not taste what I was eating, but I was feeling hungry because, the drugs at work are not eating all through the entire day, the previous day. So I was eating, and they were making fun of me that, see that you're doing like you want to do that. I was like, oh, it was fun. One experience I can't forget was when I started feeling better and tasting things, we ordered pizza, me and my ward mate, my friend, actually, she's not my friend. We ordered pizza, and the delivery guy called us and was like, where? We said, okay, after School of Nursing, that Institute of Virology, because that is what, that is a signboard written outside the COVID center. So when we got to School of Nursing, called us back, he was like, you cannot find any Institute of Virology. When I'm like, yes, now just check after, like you will see it's written there. I just said, whoa, sir, it's COVID center. The man went black for 10 seconds, and I was like, hello. My friend and I just started laughing because I felt like if this man had known I was coming to the isolation center, they would have declined my offer, my order. I mean, the man went blank. I had to end the call, and I called him back. I was like, you should not worry. I was not going to enter, that I could just easily drop the delivery with the security, and they'll get it across to me inside and everything. Like, that day was so funny. I remember also when we were now able to taste very well, we order grilled turkey, we order chips, food that we could not finish, but just to know, like, celebrate that, God, I could taste. Like, if you literally go through this thing, you value everything. You value sense of smell, you value sense of taste, you value your sense of sight, you value literally everything. I couldn't see one particular day. I could not taste. So, like, yeah, that was it basically. I remember getting tested again. It was scary for me because them putting that stuff in my nose, I didn't want to go through it, but I just had to do it anyway. I got tested. I was waiting for the results. Fingers were crossed. The Lord, please let this come out negative so I can go home. After how many days? It's been weeks already, like, so I could go home. Eventually the result came out, and amongst all of us that did it, only 3 of us tested negative. We're about 7 that took the test. Only 3 of us came out negative, and we couldn't rejoice much because we already bonded with everyone there. And we were feeling quite sad, but it is what it is, man. But I was so happy, and on the day we're supposed to go, we didn't even want to go that day because we felt sad leaving everybody. So we went the next day. So me leaving the isolation center was like, I had this feeling like so that I'll forever be grateful to God. Like forever, leaving, packed my things. I was sprayed with chlorine water just to kill whatever germs or whatever thing I was bringing out from the world and everything. And seeing my friend coming to pick me up, going home, breath of fresh air. When I got home after, I felt somehow sad. Like I was trying not to slip into depression because at every point I was grateful. But one thing I will say I learned from this COVID experience is you never know what you have until you have to fight for it. You don't appreciate what you have, and it made me appreciate my health a lot, because health is indeed wealth. Health is indeed wealth. And for those of you that are saying there's no COVID, there's no this, there's no that, I'm a health worker that never thought I could get the COVID. I got it and I survived it. So COVID is still out there, though people are relaxed about wearing nose masks and protecting themselves, but it's still out there. So still protect yourself. People are still dying from it. Yeah, that's it basically. So I hope you enjoyed this.